Oh, probably can go with that. Hello to the nobody. What do we gotta do to get more people to come in here? Okay, what do we got? 11.3 ounces. Jeez, I gotta get to 2 pounds. Hello. Hey, I can weigh these real quick. 12.8. That is hello, everybody. I see you guys have finally made it in here. What's going on tonight? Anybody? I am finally getting caught up on some work down here in the shop. And I'm piled up with electronic waste down here, and so I'm about to send some things off to the gold refinery. So these are old hard drives. There's no gold in here. Well, maybe trace amounts like on those. But these old boards have quite a bit. So I'm going to send the boards into the refinery because they give me $20 a pound for these old, the ones with the pins on them, the older before SATA. So I'm just doing the math to see what I've got. I'm trying to get a couple $100 in the box before I ship it so that it at least pays for itself. So let's go get a couple more hard drives from the back room. And we'll come back. I've been doing this all day long. Now it's 2 o'clock in the morning now. I sent one box earlier. Let me show you all this stuff I've been tearing apart today. I really should just go to sleep, but well, hang on, this camera's kind of dirty. Can you see better? Or is that still streaky? That's still real streaky. Hang on, I'm trying to clean it up for you. Is that better? That's a little better. All these are all high grade boards, and I'm gonna get like $6 a pound for all this stuff. Not as much as those other things. This is all low grade. The real me is in the memory modules, but I shipped those earlier. So now we gotta get some hard drives. Pretty sure there's a whole box of them right here. I don't. Ooh, look! I've been looking for this heat gun for a week. Jeez. I'll put that right there. You guys remind me tomorrow when I'm looking. We're gonna go do these hard drives. So let's take these out to the desk. Oh, a poor idea to try to carry that. Hey, you see a bunch more people just showed up. So let me kind of recap what we're doing here. I, at this location, mostly deal with recycling, e-waste, and I work with a gold refinery that pays me for the gold content on old circuit boards. So stuff like this, those gold pins, those chips, inside those chips there's a silicon die, and there's a little gold piece of wire that goes to each one of those legs to the die. And gold is pretty heavy, right? So something this small, it adds up quick. So these hard drive boards, the refinery pays $20 a pound. And we're sitting on it's about 3/4 of a pound here already. Oh, see? So it's almost, I mean, to put that in perspective, that's not a lot of material, right? That's already almost $15, guys. That's 5 minutes worth of work. So let me get some more. I don't know what this even is. I get all kinds of neat stuff, but then some of this stuff comes in and I'm like without a clue. I don't have, like, what is this? I'm gonna look these up on eBay. These might be worth something. Probably not. Some kind of network interface. Look at that guy. It's kind of weird. We're still gonna look that one up before we send that in. These cards, if they're not otherwise valuable, I think these fetch like $6 or $7 a pound. But we're not doing that. What we are after is this big. Is this literally factory sealed still? Not anymore. We're gonna scrap it. That's it. It's a server card, yeah. It's PCI, the short version though. So still newer than some stuff. Yeah, look at that. So this one's scuzzy, but it's gonna go in this grade still. I can pop this one off. It's not the right screwdriver. I need the blue one. We're gonna try to get this pile up to 2 pounds. 2 pounds of this material would, I showed you guys the 2 boxes in the back room a few minutes ago. That'll be a $200 box of stuff to go out in the mail tomorrow. Which will bring me to, well, I did a $300 box earlier, so technically $500 in one day, but I'm shipping the one out tomorrow, so it's not gonna come in the same day. It's still pretty good keep for one day, right? What was the weight on that? I should put a basket on here. Okay, 11.3. Dang, that thing's pretty heavy. And then later, I think we're going to, they have this smelting tool you can get. Do I have mobile phone boards? I have a couple. I don't have a ton. There's a couple of them over in the back room. I haven't, I don't really take them. I send the phones whole. The company that I ship to, they are paying for like slide phones and any phone with a clicking, any cell phone with a clicking button. If you take the battery out, and $9 a pound that way. So I feel like by the time I take it apart, the time labor, I don't know, am I better off sending it the way it is, or should I be taking it apart? I don't know. But at any rate, I sent in that first box, that $300 box, I sent, God, 5 to 10 pounds of those. I sent a whole bunch of memory in that box. Now, I do have a whole bunch of smartphones that are in a bucket in there. I might take those apart. I don't know. They don't pay quite as well for the smartphones. So it might be in my best interest to take those apart. 14. One more and we'll be at a pound, folks. Okay. These ones are newer and not in my best interest. These are SAS. Let me check them all, because if these are SAS, they're going to go in those servers. Oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you what I can do. I can screenshot this, but I don't have a way that I can reach back out to you if I find one. So I did take the screenshot, but if you give me a way that I can reach back out if I find one, I put a ton of stuff dirt cheap on eBay all the time. Laptop boards. I have, let me show you. It's laptop hell, but a lot of newer stuff. Yeah, these are all SAS, so I'm not going to process these other boards. These, I'm going to show you why we're not going to process these, because I don't want to screw myself. Look at it, a couple of laptops over here. Laptops on the desk there. Laptops over here, all to be refurbed. There's a few leaning on my desk right there. But hang on, because it's a nightmare back here. Piles of laptops. Here, down here. Piles of laptops. Piles of them. We'll go in this room. Piles of laptops. The fun room. Here's the big boy printer. I've got parts coming from Canada that'll be here Friday, so we can do some work on the printer. There's more laptops up in that stack. Oh man, it is just a nightmare. You guys started out as a phone repair shop, and I've gotten into so many different things. The printer here was my main revenue for a couple of years, and then I stepped away for a few months and all the print heads dried out. It's extremely lucrative. You see all the little stickers back there on that board. I used to sell a lot of that stuff. And now I can't print most of it. Okay, here's what I was going to show you. So those SAS ones, I have all of these servers. There's a bunch. There's a few, and here's a few. Oops, there we go. There's more, and then we got this beautiful network rack. Thank you. I've had this place for a few years, and I don't know. It has potential, It could be a really good thing. I'd like to fill this up with these servers and offer hosting. ChatGPT says some of the better units here can hold 200 to 300 websites per. So, I would be in really good shape to get these running, but some of them are older. I think this one has a floppy drive, even. So, what else do we have? I think there's another big box of... Yeah, this whole big box right here is all laptops as well. Thank you. I got such a really good deal on that rack. I think I found that on Craigslist or something, and I snagged it for $75. So, very pleased with that. Here's a couple of hard drives. I'm going to take this up front. I want those boards. Look at all these towers. Some of these. Where did it? You talking about the network rack or the equipment, all the computers and stuff? So the company here that I run is a registered recycling program. It's registered with the state, and the state publishes a list of recyclers. And so these companies then know, okay, anybody on the list is a safe person to responsibly handle our data and things like that. And so then these companies will call and say, hey, do you want to come and pick up our stuff? Well, of course I do, right? So then I come and pick up the stuff. And as long as I erase the data, then the stuff becomes mine. And here you have it. Now, we did that for a couple of years now. A couple of years ago, this place was fully staffed. It was me and two other gentlemen they got pretty good at the work. And then an opportunity was put in front of me, and I went to try to capitalize on that. And these guys that were working here, they ruined everything down here, and then one quit, and the other one I had to fire. It's partly on them that the printer was broken, that it's in the condition. It's not completely on them. It's partly on me, but it happened anyways. And boy, I don't know how I'm gonna get this. Let's look at this. We're gonna need more tools. Yeah, it's not a bad job. I gotta go find a crescent wrench, I think, because there's these nuts holding these. It is a really cool, it's a unique job. You know, I get to win in two ways because I get the stuff. First of all, I get to pick some really neat stuff and like keep it. And if you got to look at any of those laptops, there's some really good stuff that comes in, right? So some of it, I put to use myself. But then some of the other stuff, it goes on eBay, so I win that way. I gotta find a crescent wrench, if you're wondering where I'm wandering. Here's one, but that one's kind of big. We'll see if it'll work. And then, of course, the stuff that can't go on eBay goes down to the refinery. So we've kept a lot of stuff out of the landfill with this program. But that opportunity that I stepped away for didn't really pan out. It ended up kind of a giant waste of time. And so I'm back down here. I've been away from here for almost 2 years. I mean, I come here every day, the whole time, but I didn't work here. I let things stack up, and I didn't do any work down here for a long time. Can I sell them? Yes, but I have to destroy the hard drives. The hard drives, like I take the boards off, but this thing here, I'm gonna have to puncture this. I've got a press back there. I don't know if you saw it. I'll show it next time I go back there. But I have to put holes through this as part of the licensing. So hopefully within a couple of months I can hire a few people and make this run the way it used to, because I was making really good money with this program. And chasing down that restaurant, which is what it was. That's what the opportunity was a purchase opportunity for a restaurant, and it didn't turn out. And now I'm having to sue those people. That's a lot of hard drives. Well, I mean, if there's anything you need, I should put some contact information on my channel page because I really truly get a lot of stuff. So that almost didn't fit in there. That's what she said. Alright guys, there's one bundle. That one's in a really challenging spot. It's really tough. Where'd that other nut go? We're gonna try to trick it. Hello, I see you in there. How are you? I am struggling to get this last nut off here, but as soon as I get this out of here, 40. Whereabouts are you? I'm in Michigan. Jeez, this is a nightmare. I'm definitely gonna have to get staffed back in here because the volume I was doing a few years ago was tremendous, and I'd like to see that happen again. I want to say we did 100,000 pounds of electronic waste a couple years ago. Man, what? Bear with me. So far away. Yeah. Guess what? I can't get this unclipped. So we're going on a walk for another tool. As soon as I find my glasses. Let me show you what I'm after. That crescent wrench is set to the right size, and I cannot get on this nut. And this stuff's all in the way, so we're gonna clip that zip tie. We'll see what happens. If I could get this place up and running the way I had it, I'd be very pleased. I was doing very well down here. There they are. The zip tie doesn't stand a chance now. What a weird activity to be doing at 2 o'clock in the morning my time. So what time is it for you guys? 2:30 for me. Get that out of there. Here we go. Got it. Okay, we're gonna take the rest of this apart later. We just need the hard drive boards right now. Okay, put the crescent wrench over here. I think I lost a screwdriver I was using. Hope this one will work. I'm gonna get these drives out and check these check the weight of this in a minute. Let's see what we got. Again, I've got 2 boxes or 2 bins sorted back there, and they add up to about $150 worth of material to go to the refinery. But I was looking to ship a $200 box, and it's already 40 pounds of stuff in the box, so I'm capped by FedEx. I can only put 50 pounds in the boxes. So I don't have a choice but to use some higher grade material, as I have plenty of the stuff that's in there. But that stuff only pays like $2.50 a pound. So I'm kind of at the cap for that material. One, not me dumping because I think there's bugs in here. 2, this back over here. We're getting there. We got them loose. Got 2 more to do, then we'll take the boards off and get it all weighed. If you're just coming in, I see there's only a couple of you. If you're just coming in, what I'm doing is taking these circuit boards off of hard drives that came in from recycled electronic material through my recycling program. I have to destroy the hard drives for the client as part of the licensing agreement I have with the state. But what I do with everything after the data is destroyed is up to me. Sometimes we sell it, sometimes we keep it, sometimes we refurbish it, give it away, donate it. What I'm doing right now is harvesting some stuff for some capital, because I'm going to have somebody new start working here. So I'm trading in some material for some, I don't know, labor capital, I guess, so that I can pay the girl, and it will be her job to get more material. So I definitely had another screwdriver. What the fuck? Where'd my other screwdriver go? I don't know. Here's one. Let's see if that one will work. Oh, jeez. These suckers are in there. Gonna make me look weak on the live stream. If it makes me look weak, I'm gonna have to end the live stream to do it. I can't be in here looking like a punk. 2. Look, 3 more on here. Who tightened these? This is ridiculous. Okay. It's time to go find the drill. Or the wooden handled screwdriver. So if you see it while I'm over there, put it in the comments. It's the only wooden handled one here. I call it Old Reliable, because I don't think the screwdriver is going to do what I want. This is too long. I think that's going to work, guys. But of course, old reliable's nowhere to be found, so. Yep, and look at that. If you've been here for more than 5 minutes, you'll know that I just used a giant crescent wrench because I couldn't find the little one. Look at that. Found the little one as soon as I was done. Story of my life. Just got it. Alright, guys, let's cross the old fingers. Nope, it's too big. Oh. How are we gonna get these out? Because it certainly doesn't. I cannot turn these by hand. Shit. Yeah, I can't break that loose. Okay, what about this one? Can we get any of these? This is an actual nightmare. All right, let's go look for the other screwdriver. Son of a bitch. All right, guys, wait a minute, this guy might do it. This one might just work. Hang on. That's almost guaranteed to strip. Let's find out. Yeah, that's definitely not going to work at all. Well, I got that one. What a nightmare. That one. That's kind of working. Oh, got one off. Okay. That took way longer than it should have. There we go. That one's finger loose. Nice. 2. See, I could work with that. Nope, that one's not. That's got to be through the thing. Nope. There, one. Okay, let's see what we can get through the drill. Not that one. I don't like these tools. Good thing is they're all just going to be refined. So when they get broken a little bit in the process, it doesn't really matter. Except that it subtracts from the weight a little bit. Hello. I should leave this so you can see what I'm doing. You see these pile of circuit boards? I'm taking old circuit boards off of hard drives. Can you give you hello? I don't know how to do that, Luke. Unless you just mean like out loud. But yes. Darn, these are like really difficult, man. That one worked. How are you doing tonight? What's going on? What's going on with you? That's not really what I wanted this to do. I don't know, they stripped out a little bit, and I'm going to see if the bigger one will grab on now. Nope, not in that one. Junk. Buddy, these are ridiculous. Here's number 3. Got one more to do over here. This is a nightmare. I don't like it when the parts don't cooperate. There we go. Jeez Louise. Some of these screws, this is not like an appropriate screwdriver for this task. These screws are so, they've been on here. What's the date on this hard drive? There's no date, huh? I bet you at least 1990. And they're like ridiculously lodged on. Shoot, this one's acting better than the other 3 have. I got almost all of them out with this screwdriver. I would jinx it. Fucking always. Alright. How about that? Okay, so here we go, guys. Let's clear the skittle off. Let's see what we have. I don't like the way that these boards aren't sitting. Usually they don't do that stuff. There we go. We have 1 pound, 3 ounces. Let's go put that in the spreadsheet. And we got to put these two. That's 1.6. So 1 pound, 3 ounces, and 1.6 ounces. Let's go to the desk. Put it in the spreadsheet. Okay, those are non-SATA 1 pound, 3 ounces, right? So that is 1.1875. All right, and then on the gold fingers, here we go. Let me zoom out. You guys can't see. The gold fingers, we had 1.6, which is 0.1 of an ounce, or of a pound. Okay. So I'm trying to get this to 200. That was the whole purpose. And then we'll ship this box out. don't have these. We could do... I could do large socket motherboards. I forgot I had those handy. What would I need? 3 pounds? Oh man, this is going to be easy. This is going to be real easy, guys. Because I forgot I already had them. And they're sitting in a spot. So let me just grab them. Oh, that one's the wrong kind. But one, two, three. I bet you. Yeah. Look at that. Bet you that crosses our 3 pounds right there. Large socket motherboards. All right, let's see what we got. Oh yeah, this is easily gonna cross my 3 pounds. 3 pounds, 9 ounces. Yeah. We don't have a... You probably, I don't know if there's a tariff on your side, but I'll ship to anywhere. So, get ready to make a screenshot. I'm going to put an email address on the screen here, and then you can email me a list. How about that? Hang on a second. I'm going to make it real big so that you can get it. You can screenshot this. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. That's the name of my corporation right there. So screenshot that. Inquiries@pariahdominion.com. If you go ahead and shoot me your list there, and I should be able to see that. Screenshot now. 3, 2, 1. All right. So, what was I doing? I came over here to put that weight. 3 pounds. How many ounces was it, guys? I don't remember. Oh, man. Story of my life. 3 pounds, 9 ounces. That's good. That's more than we needed. Okay, so 3 pounds, 9. So that is going to be 9 plus the 3 pounds, copy, and then put that in, and look at that. Boom, we're over 200. So we got exactly what I needed. Super exciting. Get that out in the mail tomorrow and start another box. There's so much material. There's so much material. All right. It's 3 o'clock in the morning for me, so it's about all I think I'm gonna be able to do. I've got to be up, so you should probably, if you're still in here, click the subscribe button. I'm going to be doing a lot more lives. There's a lot more to do here, so give me somebody to ramble to while I'm up here working in the middle of the night getting this ready to take off again. All right, hit the subscribe because I'm out of here. We're back.